Hi guys, so welcome back to a new video, and in this video we're going to talk about something very interesting, which is today I've visited a mentor that I really admire, and I met him after a really long time. And before that, just noticing my beard, it's coming around like really structured. This time you can see that thing coming, French beard coming up, but sure. So continuing that, met my mentor today, and he told me something very interesting, which I want to share with you all. Uh, it was a single line that changed my entire perspective on a lot of things. Time goes in its own pace. Either you have to be ahead of it or you have to be with it. If you're behind it, you're already screwed. Let's break it down step by step and let me explain what I understood to you. Time has its own pace. Time goes as it goes. People say, right, it feels like a blink, it feels like a whip, and time just passed away, time just went, and I'm still here. But what does it actually mean? It means that they didn't realize the time passing, and they just wasted it by doing stuff that didn't mean anything to them. Nobody who has a productive year says that the year went really quick. They say the year went really well and was really productive. And until you say that you're not focusing on what really matters, people who actually get their jobs done feel time go really quick because they're getting a lot of things done. It's basically this concept that work expands the time given to it. So that is pretty much it. So that is why I'm saying that is why he says that is why a lot of people say that time has its own pace. Best thing, you stay ahead of it. So let's break that line down. Let's assume your competition in a business, or your competitor on it. Like let's assume you're writing a nationalized exam. That exam has 20 lakh people writing that exam every single year, and it has its own pace in terms of time. So how do you stay ahead of it? Very simple. If your competition is preparing, let's say, with 3 books, solving 100 PYQs, and there are so many things that apply to this, but let's just talk about time's perspective. And they're spending 5 hours a day doing something that is effectively 2 hours of work. You, on the other hand, can study all those 5 hours a day and pull that 5 hour out of worth of output. By doing this, you're staying with time, and by doing ahead of it. Let's say you're like really productive, and the average amount of work that someone can get done in 5 hours is what you get done in 2 hours. You're 3 hours ahead of time. I'm trying to make sense for you guys, but let's talk in a business sense where I can give better analogies. Your competition got to market 2 times faster than you, means you're 2 times behind time. You and your competitor releases the same product at the same time, which means you're on time. You release it before your competitor, you grab that first mover advantage and you scale hyper successfully before your competitor even shows up, and he just winks and be like, how did this guy pull this off in such a short time? Then you're ahead of time. You always have to be ahead of time. You have to pull off a Steve Jobs, you have to pull off a Larry Fink, you have to pull off a Larry Ellison, or whatever it takes. You need to be ahead of your time, and you need to predict what is going to happen 5 years down the line today in order to be even mildly ahead of time. What I'm asking you is not be a visionary, be this, be that, predict the future. Nobody can predict the future. What I'm telling you to do is, you know what's going to happen in the next few weeks. Not a huge change, but with 95% certainty, you can say that this is going to happen next week. For example, let's assume you have an exam next week, and the exam is like essential for your grade. You need to be ahead of time, my brother or sister. You need to grind it out and be ready a week before the exam even comes, which means you're ahead of time. And that week, you grind more. Whatever is essentially in your life, plan it out, do it before even the required deadlines. By doing that, you're always staying ahead of your time. The easiest way to stay ahead of your competition is to stay ahead of your time. So, I hope I made sense in this video. Hope you all like this video. Until then, goodbye. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Peace out.